guys, it is me with the alley here today, and today I am doing just a sit down talk with you while I play with my fuzzy mic, which it's really soft, and I heard from a lot of you guys that you liked the mic scratching, but without a cover it was a little too harsh on your ears. So I went and bought a bunch of mic covers, so we're gonna start using them more on this channel. And please let me know what you think of this video. I would like to know so that I can improve in the future. Anyway, as you guys can tell, my setup is completely different now. I just moved into my new house with my husband, and so far, so good. And lately I have been non-stop working. I have been working on some of your guys' press-on orders, which you guys have some amazing ideas, and I just love making them for you. And I have been working on my own press-on sets, and if you saw my last video, Secret Nail Affair did put me on their Halloween list, and so I got to make all kinds of cool Halloween press-ons, and I'm very thankful that they did that for me. I am hoping to make this video longer than my other videos because now I have better editing software, and my husband bought me a laptop, which is really nice of him, as like a move-in gift. As you can see, I'm always wearing my wigs. I honestly don't even go out in public without my wigs anymore. I used to dye my hair all the time, and it just was so expensive, and I change my personality every 5 minutes, so it is nice to, change it up a bit, and I don't have the damage on my hair. I'm actually going to do a wig review on my channel in the future, so sorry, my eyeball was itching. I got some hair in it, so that probably scared some of you guys but trust me, it's fine. I'll be safe. So there's some things that I wanted to talk to you guys about while I have you here. So first off, I wanted to tell you something, and this is something that I've had to deal with myself, because a lot of the things I tell you guys, I tell you them because not only do I think that it's a good thing to say at the time, at least, but that I have to tell myself these things too. So in doing so, I have to tell myself these things, and I wanted you to know that nobody has to understand you, but they just need to believe that you are experiencing a human experience, that you are living your life. You are valid. You do not need other people's approval to be valid. You are appreciated. You do not need other people's appreciation to feel that. You do not need other people to be alive, to be real, to be you. You can just be yourself, and I know you're probably thinking, but I want that. I want to have that approval. I want to have that feeling of being valid. And of course you have things that you care about and people you care about. I'm not saying to be selfish. But when you are living for yourself, you're gonna find those people that do make you feel valid, that will make you feel appreciated, and they will believe you. And it's gonna take time. It may take years, but you're gonna get there. And I wanted you to know that as long as you keep your head held high, there is no such thing as failure. Anything broken, it's not a failure. The time you spend on something is not time wasted if you care about it enough. You are the controller of your universe. You can do this. And I want you to know, whenever you're thinking about your dreams or things you want to do, your chances are never zero. The percentages is just so unlikely. You can do whatever you want. Like I've said this to you guys before. If you want to be Batman, you can be Batman. It's gonna be really hard. But I believe in you. And I think you can do it. Also, word of advice. If you have a crush on Zoro from One Piece like I do, if you watch Yona of the Dawn, the voice dub actor is the same for, I believe his name's Hak, H-A-K, is the same for Zoro. And if you just imagine that you're Yona, it works out. Just put it in your brain. My husband was like, I was talking to my husband and I was like, I think I'm gonna start Naruto, you know, because I watched it when I was little, but I was so little that I didn't really understand what was going on. All I remember from what my dad and me talked about when I was like 5 years old was Sasuke was edgy. We didn't like Sakura, but she was pretty. And Kakashi was perfection. That's all I remember. But he looks at me and he goes, "Good luck. It's a long show." And I looked at him and I said, "Baby, I'm a One Piece fan. What are you talking about?" And then he looked at me and he's like, "Fair point." My mom watches my videos. So, Mom, if you're watching this, why are you watching this? Just call me. Just call me, Mom. We can talk on the phone. What are you doing? I want to start doing cosplay POVs for you guys. But if you guys give me some characters, I ordered some wigs for some cosplay videos, but they still have not gotten here, and I'm like, girl, come on, don't play with me like that. But once I do, I'd love to do some characters because I'm all about cosplay. I love it. I've always wanted to do it, so I'm finally putting my toe in the water and starting cosplaying because I love being any character that I want. Also, you can cosplay whoever you want. The whole thing about if you're a boy, you can't cosplay as a girl, and if you're a girl, you can't cosplay as a boy. Shut up. It's cosplay, babe. Get over it. Or this character is this race and this character is this race, so you can't cosplay with it. No, baby. You cosplay whoever you want, baby. It's your money. It's your time. And I guarantee you, the people that say that just can't afford to be good cosplayers. Just pay them no mind, baby. You do what you want. huge manga fan and anime fan, as you can see. So, I love hearing about what your guys' favorite animes or mangas there are to read and watch and all that. So, leave it in the comments below. I love having a community of people where we can talk about the things that we like and enjoy and just feel having fun. Like, not everything has to be bad. You don't even have to like anime. You can tell me your favorite TV show, your favorite book. I love to read it. I love to hear about it. Because most of the time when you guys comment and you guys tell me to check something out, I always do. Because I am at home and I have nothing to do. My husband is in the military, as you guys have known. So, most of the time while I'm working, because I work at home, I'm pretty much always making dinner. And we really like making all different types of food, because he's Hispanic, so he likes to make Hispanic recipes, and I like everything. So, one thing that I love to make is homemade sushi. And it's not too much work when you get the hang of it. Because more so what's like important is like making sure you get the rice like cooked nicely, like getting the starch and all that washed off of it, and then adding all the stuff to the rice and all that. And making sure you don't burn it, because I burned it the second time I tried. I've also made ongiri. And but I love sushi. Like, it's my favorite food. But so sometimes he tried my homemade sushi and he was like, oh my god, it's so good. And I made like a crap ton of it, like a whole platter just of sushi. And of course we ate it all. But one night he's like, why are we having sushi tonight? And I was like, I didn't realize you were cooking. I didn't realize. Like, I love my husband. Sometimes he's just silly and I'm just like, what are you doing? But that's kind of part of learning to live with each other. And it sucks living with dudes. It sucks. It's a learning experience. I love my husband, but sometimes I'm just like, how do you do that? He took his socks off and put them on the kitchen counter, where the food is, where we cook the food. He put his dirty socks. And I was like, why are these here? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, never do that again. That is so gross. Like, honey, I love you, but there are limits to my love. I love any type of sweet smell. Sometimes you guys ask, like they're like, I bet she smells like cheese. Sometimes, yes, I do smell like cheese, but I usually either smell like really sweet, like like a cupcake, or like, because I have like a cupcake scent, or a strawberry scent, or a cotton candy scent, or I smell like PO, because I don't shower sometimes because I work so much. I struggle with self-care a lot. If I could work every day of my life at every hour nonstop, I probably would. I think it's because I got that old white what's the saying? Old white cisgendered man, businessman energy, like in my heritage or something. That's a joke, by the way. I'm like, on airplanes. It's his job. But he's thinking about career-wise wanting to be a pilot, which if he wants to do that, I fully support him. I wish he would just, find a dream so that I could support him, because he's just kind of like in that area of like he's not really sure what he wants to do. And I just want to like help him achieve his dream and help him get where he wants to be. And I'm like, honey, what do you want to do? And he's like, And then he says something cheesy like, I want to be with you. And I'm like, shut up, that's not what I asked. What do you want to do is career. Some people think I hate my husband, but truly he's one of the only people I can actually stand. And I mean that in a nice way. I just don't get along with people very well. And it's probably my fault. I'm too scared. I think everyone hates me. I will tell you a funny story. This woman on TikTok was like, what you're about to watch is absolutely disgusting and horrendous. And I was like, what did I do now? Like, that was what I thought. Nah, oh my God, what happened? I was like, what did I do? Like, I have such a guilty conscience all the time. Like, I think I'm such a bad person, and I probably am. But, no, I'm so scared of that rejection. I just have such a hard time with talking to people, but most people aren't bad. I'll tell you that. Most people aren't bad. Most people are human. Sometimes you all guys will say, she's so beyond her years. No, I'm not. I just think a lot, but I once figured out what the saying, it's about the journey, not the destination, was about life, not driving. And I ran to my dad and told him that. That was a couple months ago. He was like, you didn't know that that's what it was about? And I'm like, no. And he's like, Allie, everybody knows that. And I was like, crap. Gushers, the fruit candy, the fruit like gummies, they don't taste the same. I don't care what anyone says, they changed something, they took the crack out, and I'm really upset about it. Also, when you do nails, the one thing they don't tell you is that when you're filing, especially if you do long nails, you are going to get so much dust on you that you look like you've snorted the most amount of cocaine ever. Not you, like was ever snorted. I walk out of my house to pick up the mail and I look like Pablo Escobar. My neighbors fear me, and that's how I like it. They're like, and I'm like, wanted me to have a binaural. Please someone explain to me what that is, because I have no idea what that is. I tried so hard looking it up, trying to figure out what it was. I could not figure it out. So if somebody would explain it to me, I would gladly appreciate it and how to do it, because I like making videos for you guys and I like making what you guys want. I'm just kind of stupid. English was always one of my better subjects, so I always like to make creative stories. In fact, in my sophomore year of high school, was it my sophomore year? Yes, it was my sophomore year. High school's a little blurry. I tried to smash it out of my brain. But I wrote a creative writing assignment where we had to use a certain, basically a certain amount of words a year. If you remember in high school, they would give you a list of words and you would have to use them in a essay or a short story. I wrote one about the entire Trump administration being lizard people. Nothing political about it, just they were lizards. And but I wrote it in a fanfic way. The POV was of a reporter who had a crush on Donald Trump. And then they found his lizard tail and just and I begged to have my story read in front of everyone. I wanted to know I wanted people to know that I spent a lot of time on this story, and I wanted everyone to know what I was all about. Okay? She didn't do that, but she did say that I was the most creative out of that entire, out of everybody. Not the class, everybody that had that assignment. So, thank you, Miss Douglas. I love you. She was a queen, and she is a queen, and I love her, and I miss her, and I wish her and her family well, because she was, probably the best English teacher I ever had. English teachers are just superior. I don't know what it is. They're just so weird and fun and nice. In fact, when I had a bad English teacher, I noticed it. She was just very mean to me. And it was my junior year, and that was the year I dropped out of high school. Now, I will say this. Yes, I did drop out of high school at my junior year. I finished a year early online. So after I dropped out, I did an online program. But the online program was of the school that I dropped out of. So it was kind of like I dropped out and then I came back in. I would not recommend dropping out, but I would recommend doing online school if you struggle with social anxiety or depression. Because being surrounded by a bunch of people can be a lot for a kid. And I would know that. And if you leave school, I would recommend getting your GED. It will really help you in life, and I swear to you on that from the bottom of my heart. So, I just want to let you guys know that, and I support your decision, because people make sound like leaving high school is going to ruin your life. No. Not getting everything you need from your education, that can ruin your life. Leaving a building surrounded by a bunch of assholes will not. In fact, it might make you happier, because it did for me, because I realized I was kind of a shitty person, and I was very selfish, and I had to lose a lot to make me realize that what a douchebag I was. And I look back at that alley, and I am so glad that I don't recognize that person. I'm so glad that I don't even understand the decisions that alley made. And I hope that 10 years from now, I will recognize who I am now, and I will be like, wow, I'm glad I am not that person anymore. Because I want to continue to grow. And I want you to grow. And you can do it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna take a lot of work, baby. this video. Thank you so much for watching. And maybe I'll make this longer. It depends if I like it or not. But if I make a second part to this and add it, you'll just notice because the video will be longer. But we'll get there when we get there, you know? So, if this is the end, sweet dreams, baby. Everything is gonna be okay. And you can do this, okay? And I want you to promise to me that you're not gonna give up on yourself, or your dreams, or the things that make you happy, okay?